Alrighty, welcome to another exciting lesson in Science 14. It's Mr. Adamson here, and we are going to talk about cells. So, cells and divisions of organization. Ooh. The cell is the smallest unit of life. Now, that's a really important point. You're going to want to remember that. I'm going to say it again. The cell is the smallest unit of life, and therefore the building block of all living organisms. Organisms. Now, cells are made up of organelles, and you're going to say, what's an organelle? Well, an organelle is a part of a cell that carries out a particular function or role in a cell. So we're going to talk about in another lesson specifically what are some of the organelles, but just think inside there are specific parts in that cell, and they all have different jobs. Now, organelles are made up of molecules, and molecules are made up of atoms. So atoms, and here's another important part, are the smallest unit of matter. So I'll say that again. Atoms are the smallest unit of matter, and this goes into both living and non-living things. So if we're going to start talking again about the levels of organization, we're going to start with atoms. A bunch of atoms make up molecules. A bunch of molecules make up organelles, and a bunch of organelles make up a cell. Cool stuff. Now, to carry on with that, groups of cells together are called tissues or form tissues. And you're probably thinking again, ooh, what's a tissue? Well, let me tell you. Tissues carry out a specific function like how your muscle tissue helps you move. You have your skin tissue that covers your body. You have nerve tissue that makes up your brain and your nerves throughout your body. I mean, those are just examples. Now, groups of tissues, however, form organs. And again, you're probably like, what? And I'm just going to say, well, example, your heart is made up of different types of tissue and is an organ in your body. So all those different types of tissue in your heart, well, never mind. That just didn't make sense. There's a bunch of different sorts of tissue that go into making up your heart. And therefore, your heart is an organ. So to bring it all back, we have atoms make up molecules. Molecules make up organelles. Organelles make up cells. Cells make up tissues. And a bunch of tissues make up organs. Now, in complex organisms, such as humans, organs work together to form organ systems, such as your stomach, your intestines, your gallbladder, your liver, and your pancreas form your digestive system. All the muscles in your body and the tendons and ligaments, they form your muscular system. You have the nerves in your brain that makes up your nervous system. So lots of different systems we have out there. Now here is to bring it all together what I was talking about. I know your mind's about to explode, but just hold on for a little while longer. So an atom makes up a molecule or compound. Molecule or compound make up an organelle. Organelle makes up a cell. Cell makes up a tissue. A bunch of tissues make up an organ. A bunch of organs make up an organ system, and a bunch of organ systems make up an organism. Just so we know where we're at right now, got a little joke here for you. So you can see, have a little mom here, this little girl, and it says, hi, sweetie, what are you doing? Oh, hi, mom, I'm doing my homework. And mom says, what's it on? Cell theory. Sounds super exciting, by the way. Mom says, what is that? The girl says, well, there are three parts that make up the cell theory. Now make sure you listen to this because this is super important. Mom says, what's the first? Because of course she's dying to know. Girl says that all living things are made up of cells. So that's part one of the cell theory. Second, mom asks, what is the second? Daughter says, cells are basic units of structure and function in all living things. Ooh. And then mom says, what is the third? Well, new cells are produced by existing cells. Now, I know that your brain's about to melt because this is super exciting and this graphic here is just unreal. But just to recap the cell theory, all living things are made up of cells. Cells are basic units of structure and function in all living things, and new cells are produced by existing cells. So just to kind of bring it all back together, organisms, organ systems make up organisms. We have to follow the three laws of the cell theory. And the last thing, organisms can be single-celled, and they are called prokaryotic cells. So a prokaryotic cell is a single-celled being, like a bacteria or an amoeba or something like that. And a multicellular organism is called a eukaryotic organism. So human beings, for example, or a pig or a donkey or whatever is a eukaryotic organism. So that is it for now. Hope you super enjoyed yourself because that was super exciting. And we will talk to you later.